Alright, now it's time for Deja Vu. But you know what, let's go in with some style. The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Island archipelago was attacked and captured by Next Generation Special Forces led by Foxhound.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Alright. Now, right here is actually one of the trickier things. If you go at just the right angle, you can just sprint right to this guard and just knock him down. I did a bit of a exercise routine there. I don't know why this getting down its at command was so delayed, but what I was trying to do was very quickly unlock the door, but then I quickly realized, yeah, not enough time. Oh hey, look, a prisoner.
Another prisoner.
I'm not sure why he made that catch on.
It looked like a heart attack. Wait a second. That man. Wait a second.
He doesn't have anything more to say after that, which is weird. Like, you'd think his death would get bigger reaction. Here's another line that you can get.
Be careful. There are directional mines around there. Who am I? One of your fans.
A lot of these audio flashbacks do not actually give you extra points. I just get them because I know you guys would love to hear them. So yeah, now let's actually look at the pictures we have to recreate.
A chopper and 2 sentries. A box and lights. A surveillance camera with a green light. Huh. Where could it be? A soldier and a tank? A car. The last photo's missing. Oh, sorry. I forgot it. Snake. It should be on the back of the disc case. Or what about the manual? There's gotta be a clue somewhere.
The actual clue happens if you go back into it and then look at the picture again. He'll comment that it looks like a blackout.
Shadow Moses Island. A remote island off the coast of Alaska. Or not.
That'd be hilarious if there actually are...
A fox.
If there actually are Shadow Moses Islands now.
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission. Weapons and equipment OSP. This is a top-secret black op.
Sneaking up on this guy is actually really tricky because you can't just do full sprint, but also his, like, peripheral vision is pretty okay most of the time. You can run across so much more of the helipad than you would expect you could, because their enemies are stationary and most of them have really bad peripheral vision. That guy I had, or the further away you get from the main building, the worse the people's visions get. Or sorry, the better the people's visions get. Anyway, here's one scene.
Surveillance camera.
Just what I'd expect from the legendary Snake.
Here is a very weird kind of crawl area. You can stand up for a little bit, but this guy has fucking amazing vision. Like, even though a lot of the guy's peripherals are crap, their frickin' main vision is still great. Anyway, here's another scene.
Just like old times.
Great. You recreated a scene.
I'm sad they didn't make a blonde model for Snake, because that would have been amazing. Right here is one of the weirdest glitches I've seen in the game, which is, for a very brief second, someone can see you through the wall. I have tried jumping into that area, and I instantly get alerted. I have no idea how the hell they spot me. You can't actually sprint up here, because you just immediately get spotted by that guy. Remember what I said about a blackout? Well, here's another scene.
There. Is that? That's another scene recreated. Nice work.
Sadly, he does not recreate the memory card scene. So, you like to play Tomb Raider. You seem to be a fan of Square Enix games. This is a very on-the-spot sort of thing, which is if the enemy is turned away from you, you can run up to them very, very quickly and hold them up.
What's the security level of your card? You don't have one?
Alright. This is a bit of an iffy thing. Either way, I'm gonna have to eventually open this game. Or I guess in order to speed things up, I'm gonna have to. But the reason you do it, or like, a reason you do it later, is because it makes access to the exit much quicker. But a thing you can do just very... Well, it's supposed to be very quick, but it always takes a long time. Where, first of all, you can get rid of this enemy much earlier than you can otherwise. And this enemy, if you don't do this, is actually a very iffy hold-up and a very iffy knockdown, too. But then again, even this way, he's very iffy. So, anyway, that guy's taken out. Or that guy is incapacitated for now. Do not sprint to the ladder. If you sprint to the ladder, the guy above you will hear you. These guys, this guy right here by the ladder is also a very, very tricky enemy. If you do anything besides, if you just walk at him, he'll hear you from half a mile away and he'll spot you super quick. All right, very casually walking by them, trying not to bump them, because if I bump them, then my lie down command basically gets canceled. And also, for some reason, being in aiming mode just kind of gets iffy. Or gets weird, anyway. Up there, I will be getting a tranquilizer gun to be taking care of the rest of the enemies. If I wanted to, I could just go straight to the goal, but I want to get all the scenes. Do not hit the guard on the right first, because the guy on the left will spot you. So here's where I try to get my shots. Got him. Alright. So, in the entire facility, there is only one guard still alive, or should I say, patrolling. Now, I'm going in here specifically for this weapon.
The light on that gun, it's different. That gun's light is an unusual color. I wonder what it's used for. Metal gear, solid. Snake's 3D model was made up of 690 polygons. Are you an otaku too? It disappeared. I couldn't tell you why, but it looks like that gun's light erased the marking. You see any more of those things around there? Metal Gear... What's that? Metal Gear... Huh? Metal Gear... What? I don't think I remember that one. Metal Gear... something something...
Okay, this is why he says that. One of the pick-em-ups here is to erase all the markings of games that Hideo Kojima has produced. Along the way, you will also see games that Hideo Kojima has not produced, directed. He did not direct Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, contrary to popular belief. So, just have to get all the Hideo Kojima games. And guess what? This is a memory. That must have been just an in-joke, just like, hey, we put a Maui statue. But anyway.
Another prisoner. Looks like he's alive.
Looks like someone else is alive here.
That man. Wait a second. That man.
Functionality has been restored.
Snake, you okay? Fox dies, but the Fox engine came out on top. Thanks, Fox engine.
On a very quick note, through this door, that's where I would have had to knock out the enemy. My strategy entails pushing the door so hard it knocks down the opponent, and then while he's down, stick him up.
This brings back some memories.
Alright, so this has been the hardest part of the mission so far. Getting through that fortress and getting all the scenes back. So anyway, so the rest of this is fairly simple.
Alright, keys.
It's just collect or recreate the rest of the scenes, get all the markers, and everything else.
Is that it?
Alright, so while I have regular gameplay going on here, I'll have to explain how exactly you unlock this mission. The way you unlock this mission is that you collect all 8 of a collectible known as the Zoff patches. The thing is, the Zoff patches are not a respawning collectible. And right here, this shot, as long as you're this far away, he probably won't see you. Same thing with this guy here. As long as you're just behind these stacks of cardboard, he shouldn't be able to spot you that well. You can just knock him out. With the greatest of ease. Anyway, those 8 Zoff patches do not respawn, and they're pretty tricky to find. One of them is just hidden in a puddle, for example.
Kojima Productions, LA.
And one of them is, in fact, on Snake when he lands. You just have to roll like 1,000 times to get it off. Anyway, the reason this mission is easier than, or this portion of the mission is easier than the beginning, is because the enemies are pretty easy to predict. Once you learn their position once, it's not hard to figure them out, except this guy. This guy is easy to learn where he is. It's just hard to shoot him because no matter where you go, there's going to be a lot in your way. So yeah. So despite the fact that he can probably spot me through 2 items, as a lot of other enemies do, I gotta be able to figure out to shoot him through that, which is always a bit tricky. Alright.
Metal Gear Solid 4. Guns of the Patriots. Snake's model was 14,000 polygons. I have you.
I'm really surprised they gave Drebin the quote. I'm surprised the quote they chose wasn't the escape your destiny bollocks.
You might be able to erase the markings, but the memories will never disappear. Almost there. Now head for the goal.
Jesus, when the hell did Hans Zimmer come in? You hear that blah? But anyway, now the rest of this mission is collecting the markers and getting all the info from Miller.
Metal Gear Solid 3. Snake Eater. Snake's model was 4,800 polygons. Let's make this the greatest 10 minutes of our lives. Whoa.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I exactly like Miller's reading of that line. It kind of gives you a different perspective, or a different impression of what exactly the boss was trying to tell Snake there. Anyway, right into another marker.
Metal Gear Solid 2. Sons of Liberty. Snake's model was 3,800 polygons. Find something to believe in, and find it for yourself. And when you do, pass it on to the future. Metal Gear Solid 2. Sons of Liberty. Nice work. Keep it up.
Alright, so we're halfway there. This guard is also a really tricky one, but only if you don't know where he is. It's like, once you get a beat on where he is, it's just like, yeah, take him out. You have plenty of ammo from the tranquilizer gun up at the facility. So yeah, now it's time to finish the Kojima logo thingy.
Kojima Productions.
Alright. Now, believe it or not, there is only one guard in the entire area that isn't out.
Metal Gear 2. Solid Snake. Snake was 16 by 32 pixels and 8 colors. When making decisions on the battlefield, there's no single right answer. Just trust your own judgment. Over and out. That one disappeared too. Huh.
Alright, this guard, I only got caught by him when I was just fucking around a bit, but he's another guard who can just surprise you, because he's only ever looking backwards and forwards. So you just have to make sure he's looking away. But now every guard has been taken out in some form. I'm gonna call the helicopter, because you actually need to call the helicopter.
Please select a landing zone confirmed.
Roger that chopper request. It's headed your way now. I'd say he's having a tough time in there. Better leave him alone. You said? Forget I said anything. I'd say he's having a tough time in there. Metal gear! Back then, Snake was just 16 by 32 pixels and only 4 colors. Miller here. Be careful not to let the enemy detect you. Over. Nice work.
Alright, now the reason I called the chopper was because they were actually kind of hilarious about where they guarded the next area. I just put on the night vision goggles to make sure that the mine I got rid of was still gone. Bit paranoid. Right here by the rock, you can actually, that's where you find one of the last tapes you can get.
Metal Gear Solid, Peace Walker. Snake's model was 3,500 polygons. Kazuhira, it's Japanese for peace. Another one gone. That's the last. Not yet, Snake! It's not over yet!
Yeah, by that rock closest to the chopper was actually where you can get the last tape. But anyway, what's more fitting for the last marker to erase than this one?
Metal Gear Solid 5. Ground Zeroes. From 2D to 3D, then voice, and freedom of movement. Facial expressions too. I guess your face has a few new wrinkles, but I've never seen more emotion expressed through it. Joy, and rage too. What an age we live in, huh, Snake? Wonder what they'll think of next.
So much emotion. Anyway, let's erase.
You did it. You erased all the markings, and every one of them will always be with you. You seem to be a fan of Hideo Kojima games. Thank you for all your support.
Yeah, that's a fantastic little bit to have there. So anyway, now it's crawling through the. Now it's time to exit the mission, and and in the most fitting way to end the mission. What did all the PS1 demos of Metal Gear Solid end with? Crawling through the vents.
Those mice are Alaskan field mice. No, they're not.
Master, are you feeling okay?
Okay, I didn't get the best ranking, and the reason was because I was wading through all of the tech or all the speeches that Miller has. I have gotten all the scenes and gotten all the markers and still gotten an S ranking. It's just I didn't get it this time because I waded through everything.
Not yet, Snake! It's not over yet!
Impressive work, Snake. Mission complete. Is not what I'm here to say. Believe it or not, the real mission starts here.
Huh? This is not Master Miller. Snake, you're too late. It's me, dear brother.
I'm gonna ask you some questions about Metal Gear Solid 1. If you answer all of them correctly, then and only then do you truly clear this mission. However, don't expect anything in return. Your warrior's pride is riding on this.
Huh? You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you? But you'll have to solve the rest of this riddle yourself.
These questions will test your knowledge of the original Metal Gear Solid from 1998. The difficulty level is hard. Get just one question wrong, and the mission is over.
There are no continues, my friend. Don't even think about looking up the answers online, or I'll know.
Ready?
Here we go. Snake!
Question? Correct. Question? Correct. Question? Correct. Question? Correct.
You're pretty good.
Question? Correct. Question? Correct. I'm glad you remember.
Question.
Correct.
Question.
Correct. You got quite a memory.
If you think you'll get the answer out of me, forget it. There isn't even any sodium pentothal here.
Question. Correct. Now for the final question. Let's finish this. Have at you, Snake. Question. Correct.
Most impressive.
All correct. Excellent job. But there are no more special bonuses, which makes me wonder. Why are you here then? Why do you continue to answer questions while your memory betrays you? You enjoy taking quizzes. That's why. And I like giving them. Thank you. Fox!
So the man does live up to the legend. You're pretty good. Just what I'd expect from the man with the same code as the boss.
Alright, so now what I'm about to show you is actually how to get the S ranking fairly easily. I got, like, my best gun that you get for S ranking this mission, but you really don't need it. You can get any of the guns that you start with. If you just get an A ranking, that'll be good enough to do this. So, for getting a perfect score on the quiz in hard mode, what you end up getting is this gray fox armor. And it lets you run slightly faster. When you're just going for S ranking, you can skip all the cutscenes. And if you're going for just doing this as quick as possible, you can do this with actually only one scene being recreated. But from what I understand, it's a bit tricky to do that. So I prefer going all the way and going for 3, which is the much safer option. You can get pretty lucky on some of these enemy cycles. How the hell that guy didn't spot me, I have no clue. But anyway.
CP, this is Zulu 10. Just heard a noise. Requesting somebody to check it out.
So now what I'm doing is just getting to the 3 easiest and closest to the mission exit, the mission exit scenes. So get the Hind D, the Mantis one, and the Maui one fairly quickly. All I have to do is hold this guy up. This is the only reason for the weapon. I don't even fire it once. Tell him to get down. Go to the Maui statue, point at it, recreate that scene, and then just go straight to the exit. So yeah, you can actually pull this off in the regular costume and even just the Metal Gear Solid 1 costume. It's just this costume makes everything so much faster because you have Raiden's extra quick running speed. Oh, by the way, did you know that you can dive in vents?
Those mice are Alaskan field mice.
It's a hilarious way to kill mice if you do it on your first try. There you go. There's your S ranking for you, dogs. And also, here is Miller's alternate ending dialogue if you miss scenes. There's also an alternate quiz at the end if you play the game on normal mode, but I don't really feel like showing that.
Yes, sir. Yes, he made it to the goal. What's that, sir? There were still scenes left to recreate. Yes, sir. Yes, I understood.
So many little touches added when you go in with this costume. I mean, the snow doesn't pile up, which would have been amazing if they did it. But yeah, so many cool things. They have the full fucking song. This is awesome. I love this. It's absolutely fantastic. I let this play out in full just because I knew people would love to hear this song again. I'm quite glad they didn't go with this background soundtrack for the actual game.